Hi guys, today we are reading the book The Ugly Duckling. I think what this is about, wait, let me see.
Come on.
Okay, anyways, I think this is about a ugly duckling that hasn't made any friends but might make a friend in this book.
Okay, you read the book so you will
The
find out.
Ugly Duckling. Once upon a time, an old house stood surrounded by fields and woods. A canal ran past the house, winding gently through the countryside.
Winding.
Here in the tall grass on the bank,
Read this part again. Winding.
winding gently through the countryside, here in the tall grass on a bank, a mother duck had made her nest. The mother duck sat patiently on the nest, keeping her eggs warm until they hatched. She had been sitting and waiting for a very long time. At last, after many days, the eggs begin to crack. One duckling poked out 3 heads.
Their heads.
Oh I meant their heads. Peep, peep, they said as they looked around at how big the world is. At last, all the eggs had hatched, except for one. It was the biggest egg of all. The little ducklings looked at it, waiting for their brother or sister to come out. I think this is the ugly one. Finally, the big egg cracked, and out came the last of the chicks. He was very big and very ugly. "Oh dear," said the mother duck. "You don't look like any of my other ducklings, but you're mine, so I'll treat you just like the others." I think this is a different type of bird.
Okay.
The next day was warm and sunny. Wait, let me check. I think this is like a type of book with a moral story too. The next day was warm and sunny. The mother duck took her new family down to the canal. She splashed into the water. One by one, the ducklings followed her. Soon they were all swimming beautifully, even the big ugly one. The mother duck was very proud. "Quack, quack," she said. "Follow me, children. I'll take you to the duck yard." Oh yeah, this is the duck yard.
Okay.
Whoa, that guy is big. I never even realized how big the gray guy was. When they reached the duck yard, the mother said, "Walk nicely and stay close to me and make sure you are polite."
What? You are? Let me see. Make sure you are where are you? Okay. Polite. Okay.
Polite to that old brown duck over there. She is the most important duck in the yard.
Okay. Hold the book, please.
Okay. Okay. Wait. Have they seen the pictures yet? 'Cause
Yeah.
post this
I
on
can
YouTube.
see.
Okay. Oh. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Sorry, I forgot about that. Hey.
Okay. Let's see.
Second page. The duck yard was very noisy. The ducklings stayed close to their mother as the other ducks gathered around to look at them. Your children are very beautiful, they told the mother duck, except for that big ugly duckling.
Let's see the picture.
Right
Okay.
here. Full picture. Full picture.
Okay, in full picture of your face.
No.
You're not ugly, duckling.
No. Go away. You don't belong here, the ducks quack at the ugly duckling. Aww.
Oh, that's not good, huh? Don't judge the...
Leave him alone, said the mother duck, but the other ducks would not listen. He's too big, they said, pecking at him and biting him. The ugly duckling was so unhappy in the duckyard that he ran away.
Oh. Okay.
The ugly duckling ran until he came to the great marsh where the wild ducks and geese lived. He hid there in the reeds, trying to rest. When wild ducks and geese found him, they asked what kind of duck he was. The ugly duckling didn't know. Well, you're very ugly, they said, laughing at him.
They bullying him, huh? Her.
Hopefully the duckling
Okay, let's
hopefully the
keep reading and we'll find out.
The ugly duckling was frightened in the marsh, so she ran away again. She ran over the fields, and he ran over the fields and meadows, and down a long, winding road. The wind blew, and the duckling was cold and tired. I hope he finds his mom. As evening fell, the duck came to a little cottage. The door was open, just a crack, so the ugly duckling was able to creep inside out of the cold. He is definitely not gonna be happy there. In the morning, the old woman who lived in the cottage found the ugly duckling. You can stay here, she told him, and we shall have duck eggs. So the duckling stayed, but he did not lay eggs because he's a duckling.
Yeah.
The old woman had a hen that could lay eggs, and she had a cat that could purr. Can you purr? Asked the cat asked the ugly duckling. No, said the duckling. Can you lay eggs? Said the hen. No, said the hen. I meant no, said the duckling. Then you can't stay here. The cat
said the
cat and the hen. Aww. I accidentally skipped a few pages. So the ugly duckling went away again. He found a lake where he could float on the water and dive to the bottom to find food. There were other ducks there, but they all laughed at him because he was so ugly. The duckling stayed far away from them. Autumn came. The leaves turned brown, and the air grew colder. One evening, as the sun was setting, a flock of birds flew over the lake. They were handsome white swans with their graceful long necks. With long, graceful necks. As he watched them, the ugly duckling was filled with a strange longing. He loved the beautiful swans so much, his heart would burst.
That he thought? What? You missed that part.
that he thought his heart would burst. Winter came. Snow clouds filled the sky, and the lake froze. The duckling had to make a hole in the ice so he could make a hole in the ice so he could have a little space to swim and water to drink. He had to keep moving so that his tiny bit of water wouldn't freeze over. At last, the ugly duckling was too tired to swim anymore. He fell asleep and the ice surrounded him and through.
Freezing him.
Freezing him and through.
Freezing him through and through.
I meant freezing him through and through.
Okay.
Oh, look at him. He is way bigger than I imagined. Next morning, a farmer found a duckling, put the duckling inside his coat, and took him home to his wife. The farmers kept the duckling warm. He soon came back to life. Hopefully he finds his mama. When the farmer's children saw the duckling, they wanted to play with him. They frightened the duckling, and he tried to run away from them. He flew into the milk churn and then landed in the flour barrel. The children laughed and shouted and tried to catch him. The terrified duckling ran away and hid. Although the long cold, all through the long cold winter, the duckling hid in the reeds of a swamp. At last, springtime came and sunshine warmed his feathers. The duckling spread his wings. How strong and powerful they were. How strong and powerful they were now. He flew high into the air, away from the swamp. After a while, he came to rest gently in a winding canal. Wait, is that him?
Ooh, yeah, look at that.
I don't think he was actually a ducky.
He is a duck. But then he turned into a beautiful swan. Okay, read.
Okay. 3 beautiful swans towards him. 3 beautiful swans swam toward him. They were coming to chase me away, the duckling thought. But the swans said, "Welcome, please come and join us." The ducklings looked at his reflection in the water. To his surprise, he was no longer an ugly duckling. He had become a handsome swan. Do ducks turn into swans?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh. As he joined the other swans, joy filled his heart. I never knew I could be so happy, he thought, when I was just an ugly duckling. And that is the end. I wonder what this story is about.
Okay.
The Ugly Duckling is a literally fairy tale by Danish poet and author Hans Christian Andersen. And the story, in turning popularity, has inspired many picture books, musicals, operas, and films. The tale was first published in 1843, along with the three other stories Andersen collection, Night Enter Forest Blind,
Night Adventure. And what's that? I can see.
Forest Blind, Forced Samling, New Fairy Tales, First Book, First Collection. I need to sit down. The story quickly received a critical acclamation. It was contained by Andersen, and unlike many fairy tales, this does not does not seem to have been based upon ancient oral stories or traditional folklore. Following its publication in the 19th century, of the Ugly Duckling became one of Andersen's best-loved tales, and remains to this day. Ladybird's 1979th retelling, written by Rowan Randall, it is a classic of its time and helped to bring the story to a new generation.
Awesome. That's good.
And
That's
then,
all. Okay. Good night.
Good night. I don't know what this story is about.
It's about the ugly duckling that turns into a handsome swan. So the moral story is don't look down to other people, or don't judge the people by their outside look, because later on they will look beautiful, or they're deep inside them also they are beautiful. So it's like, don't judge the people by their look. Don't bully the people by their look, right?
Yeah, because maybe one day